Humans, aliens, whatever you identify yourself as, welcome back to another one of my greatest videos. This video, we're going to be discussing some cars that definitely need to be remodeled right now. Just to note, I won't be including any exclusives or any fictional cars. I don't want to do those, I'm going to do the real ones. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive into some cars that definitely need to be remodeled. This cromulent little off-roader is fun to drive around. However, it's horrible to look at. The model looks super old and looks like it was based off the classic Roblox Jeep. Which is a shame because if it had a good model, this would be one of the best cars in the game. A car very well known in the lowrider, hip-hop and LA community, this is one of the best cars that could be remodeled in the game. There's definitely a culture out there that would love to see this car remodeled. And why not? It will be one of the best additions to the game. This is a fun little car that definitely gets less attention than it needs. Me personally, I'd love to see this car remodeled. There's just something about it that makes it so charming. I haven't got much to say for this thing. It would look uglier if it was remodeled, but just for the sake of this video, it would be better if it was remodeled, because the model right now looks absolutely dog water. Now this is a car that definitely deserves to be remodeled. Many people love the Audi RS6 sports wagon, and if Car Crushers 2 brushed up on its old model, it could look brand new. The successor to the RX-7 and one of the most underrated cars of the game, this badly needs a remodel. The car is front-wheel drive and makes it impractical for drifting. However, if it was remodeled, the drivetrain would be switched to rear-wheel drive, which would make it one of the best drift cars in the game. I, including many others, love this car and it definitely deserves to get a remodel. The car is really good at rally racing. Just look at these videos that I caught with it. It's a jack of all trade car that definitely deserves more praise than it gets. A car very common in roleplay servers. It's an iconic car that definitely deserves a remodel. The C-pillar is out of proportion and it definitely needs a spoiler. Also, the front looks weird without its front bash bar. This car is very cool in my opinion. I would really like Car Crushers 2 to remodel this car, because there's definitely a community that would love to see this car remodeled. This piece of shit really needs a remodel. Of course this car deserves a remodel. Many photos online depict the Honda NSX as a cool and edgy car, but in this game, it's an ugly car that's been neglected for years. My friend Aaron Lynn made a reason on why this car should be remodeled, so allow the robot voice to work its magic.
I think the 1969 Dodge Charger R/T in Car Crushers 2 seriously needs a revamp more than any other vehicle. One, the Charger is very popular in pop culture and car world, so it is important that model quality is up to standards to satisfy the base of that car. 2 models per purchase away from the actual car. It is so small that it looks like a scale down to a car kids. It is about the same size as the Mazda and is more like a Chevrolet Suburban. The Charger in real life is well known for how huge it is. Many people call it a landmark for a reason. 3 is a remodel and real one. I found an example in the marketplace from 2015. I personally think the model is even older, as old as 2015. Not to mention, it has been the original Car Crushers as well. 4 models really updated by 2023 standards for a top Roblox game. It is a model that is about 10 years old and it shows. Many areas of the model just looks fat and incorrectly proportioned compared to the real car. 5 years ago, you look at the underside of the model, which makes me able to see the player and the engine. 6 flies the middle part of the windshield KPN at the top. The real car doesn't even have that. 7 rear windows doesn't have chrome trim for some reason. Real car obviously does. 8 there are so many wrecks about the in-game car like having 6 years when the real car has only 4. None of the model looks like it may have been built with the help of a Vulcan that is outdated by now. Roblox had didn't have many great tools to help you build good models compared to today. 10 is just my personal take. Feel free to disagree on this one if you like, but I don't think the original builder of the model was in enough passion to make the model look great. It goes through with the other models in CC to make the older version of the Suburban and the 600.
The Cadillac CTS-V Wagon, a one-of-a-kind vehicle which has been abandoned by the developers of Car Crushers 2. The headlights look off and it's badly proportioned and strangely square. A relic of the past, Porsche is a brand which has been gaining traction by the developers of Car Crushers 2, which is shown by 2 911s being released, and with this car being demanded to have a remodel for years at this point, it seems like an obvious choice for the devs. The Brabus G800 is a very recognizable car, as tested by Top Gear, but with that said, it's ignored upon for its bad proportions and small size. Ferrari doesn't look too bad, however it could use a touch-up as the headlights and bodywork aren't the best. I actually don't have much to say for it. If the headlights and drivetrain were reworked, this car wouldn't be on the list. Ah yes, a car partially known for Need for Speed, it's got some respect under its name. If this car were to be remodeled, I want the Need for Speed Most Wanted colour scheme on it. I like the Ferrari 599, it's not too shabby, but it could definitely use some improvements as it's a very well respected vehicle. The first heavy vehicle on this list, it's absolutely worth the remodel. I get frustrated and disappointed whenever the next update comes out and this truck doesn't get remodeled. Luxury cars aren't all that common, so it will be a good addition to the game. The car in real life is luxurious, special, and elite. The McLaren F1, the most prosperous, expensive, and most likely to be crashed by Mr. Bean or Elon Musk in the 90s. It will be wholesome to remodel this car, a form of respect for it. Once the fastest car in the world, it replaced the McLaren F1 as the fastest and most expensive car that people could afford. The sad part about this is that the car will never be remodeled, and that is official. The Aston Martin Vulcan is a wonderful race machine, along with the Aston Martin Valkyrie, the last car on this list. It's super fast and super deserving of a remodel, just like the Aston Martin Vulcan. Well, that's all I had. List some cars in the comments that you want to be remodeled, and I might feature them in the next video. But for now, goodbye!